Hello, this is Warhammer Workshop, and here is episode 2 of Nintendo or SEGA Searching for Memories, my gaming podcast where I discuss all things within the enterprise. This episode is entitled What the British Offered. This episode spawned out of the fact after researching the entire history of video gaming, from the Americans to the Japanese, British companies and games would pop up time and time again. Although of course it will most likely be my shortest episode, it turns out Britain has been one of the most important places in the world for video game publishing, development and success. Games-wise, Britain has a wonderfully long history of games in the sense of sports, having invented cricket, rugby, golf, rounders and early baseball, among others. Britain, at one point, was also the most advanced state in the world, with focus being on London and Scotland in terms of medicine, the sciences, rationality, music, philosophy, cinema/acting and otherwise. And the UK is still at the top of some of these fields along with the rest of the first world. It's therefore not surprising that Britain would play a part in the video gaming industry. The United Kingdom is Europe's second largest video game market after Germany, and the fifth largest in the entire world. In 2009, the profits of Britain's video game industry exceeded those from its film industry for the very first time, with many major video game franchises actually being developed in the UK, including GTA, Tomb Raider and Burnout, making the UK the third largest producer of video game series behind Japan and the United States of America. The best-selling video game series made in the UK is GTA, primarily developed by Rockstar North in Edinburgh, Scotland. We also saw a PC games company called Jagex, founded in the year 2000 by three brothers. Their most successful game being the largest free MMORPG in the world, RuneScape, which was released in 2001, being heavily inspired by the work of Tolkien, the British writer known for creating Middle-earth and the Lord of the Rings/Hobbit novels. And we all invented tabletop wargaming. H.G. Wells, the British science fiction writer, invented modern tabletop wargaming in the 1910s, which would later influence some of the greatest tabletop wargaming companies in the world, which itself would influence many video game series and companies, such as the tabletop wargaming company Games Workshop, founded in 1975, and the real-world war-based tabletop wargaming of the 1950s. And Tolkien himself would of course influence the 1960s science fiction and fantasy as a whole. Some famous UK video game companies include Acclaim Studios, although this really only lasted until 2004. A list of games developed by UK's Acclaim Studios include Alias, Dacre 2, Crazy Taxi and RC Revenge. There was also Freestyle Games Limited, located in Warwickshire, England, which was later acquired by Activision and then went on to develop the DJ Hero series, among others. The famous video game developer Rare is a British company established in 1985. They primarily concentrated on NES games for Nintendo. During this time they created titles such as Wizards and Warriors, Battletoads and RC Pro. Rare became a prominent second-party developer for Nintendo. During this period, Rare saw great recognition for games such as Donkey Kong Country, GoldenEye 007 and Perfect Dark, some of the most successful and significant console video games of all time. Britain also houses Sega's Europe studio in London and has studios of the French company Ubisoft. The company Kaiju, formed in Surrey, England in 1998, has released titles such as Art Academy for the Nintendo DS and Lord of the Rings Aragon's Quest for the Nintendo Wii, and they created some games based on the Games Workshop franchise such as Warhammer 40,000, Fire Warrior. Pitbull Studio of England developed games such as Gears of War Judgment and Silent Hill Downpour. Vulcan Software, an independent games company founded in 1994, created such games as Burnout and the Valhalla series. Team 17, a video game developer based in Wakefield, England, created the Worms series of games, starting with Worms 1995. Rocksteady Studios, a British video game developer based in London, helped develop the Batman Arkham series. Free Radical Design developed the game series Time Splitter. Iron Head Studios developed the Fable series. Traveller's Tales was founded in 1989 by John Burton, which is a subsidiary of TT Games. It developed the LEGO Star Wars line of video games. The list of games developed by Traveller's Tales include Bram Stoker's Dracula, Toy Story, Sonic R, A Bug's Life, Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, Crash Bandicoot, Wrath of the Cortex, Finding Nemo, Narnia, Transformers the Game, Lego Indiana Jones, Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean, DC Superheroes, Lord of the Rings, Dimensions, and Marvel's Avengers, along with the rest of the Lego line. Lemmings is a puzzle platformer video game developed by Rockstar North, then DMA Design, which also developed Lemmings 2 and Wild Metal Country, along with the GTA series, both created by programmer David Jones. Although, of course, there is much more to be said, that is the general history. I have been Warhammer Workshop, and you have been listening to Nintendo or SEGA, a gaming podcast, episode 2, What the British Offered. Thank you.